Right. Very, very happy to have Alia G, Operations Manager from Getaway Girls, in the studio to talk to us a little bit about all the good stuff that's going on with Getaway Girls and has been going on for a number of decades already. Alia G, are you there?
I am, yes, I'm here.
All right, and sounding crystal clear, I think, as well. Thank you very much for joining us here at the Fever Studios. It's been
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you here. So, with regards to Getaway Girls, you've got this vision, haven't you? All young women and girls in Leeds will lead a safe, healthy and fulfilled life. I guess that's the overall vision.
Yep.
And then below that, you've got this mission that Getaway Girls empowers girls and young women to support each other, to build confidence, resilience, raise aspirations, develop new skills and take positive risks in a positive environment which offers cooperation and support. You achieve this through a strength-based approach. That's an interesting term there. Recognizing young women's strengths, abilities, talents and lived experience. And your work is a balance of support, challenges, opportunities and fun. Lovely mission statement. Very bold vision statement there. So just tell us a little bit about Getaway Girls. How did it come into existence and how long have Getaway Girls been around?
Yeah. Thank you for that summary. Puts it in a really nice nutshell for us. Getaway Girls has been around now for 35 years. We've just actually celebrated last 6 months ago 35 years with a massive celebration. It was lovely because we had girls and women who have been involved over those 35 years come to the celebration event, which was held last summer in Leeds, and it was just amazing to see their journeys from coming in as a young person to where they are in their journeys. And it's been a mixture of everything. Really, it is about empowerment, having opportunity and fun when they come to Getaway Girls, and feeling there's a safe, trusting environment to explore, and meet other peers and young people like themselves. Originally, Getaway Girls was set up 35 years ago, and it was really then about women having educational activities, the canoeing, rock climbing, all the sort of taking girls and women away on residentials. But obviously there was a massive need over the coming years, and in terms of more challenges the girls had to face in terms of employment, studies, and we need to do more youth work. So the funding grew, and we developed throughout the years. The work streams developed into like pieces of work. So not just taking girls away on residentials. It was very in terms of one-to-one work, group support work in schools, mentoring programs, complex needs. So girls would come. Some girls would obviously come just for the fun, just to meet like-minded young girls like themselves, get involved with activities. During all the half-term holidays, we have a really robust sort of schedule in terms of delivery, in terms of girls going on residentials or going ice skating and things like that. And in the summer we have a 4-week programme, and it's arts, crafts, all of that, because the girls have a lot of talent that we work with in terms of creativity. So to come to that, but some girls are wanting long-term support, so we work very much with short-term but also long-term, depending what their needs are at that time.
I mean, and so many of these kind of activities that you guys are involved in that you can involve ladies in. I mean, I remember myself growing up as a young lad, Alia, during the dark 80s, Thatcher's Children or what have you. Yeah. And there's very little money to go around, and the opportunity to just expand your mind in terms of just being able to get out of Leeds or go on these occasional trips or be involved in activities that would otherwise cost money, that would be limiting. It's a massive thing, isn't it? It's a massive thing to open people's eyes and to give them confidence, and to make them feel involved in the world, really, to see opportunities beyond the area that they're in, which can sometimes seem like there's not that many opportunities available. What do you think to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you an example. Obviously, myself, I grew up, in the 70s. I know I might not look my age, but yes, I'm hitting 50.
Looking good, looking great.
Hitting 50 in 2 months. But yeah, exactly. And I was 13 and I wanted to get involved in something like this, and I came across Getaway Girls back then, and I've been there, and I've sort of like...
so you're an actual product of Getaway Girls in and of itself. What fantastic.
Yes.
How fantastic is that?
Yes, a brilliant time. Met other girls. I didn't have the confidence back in the day, and my self-esteem wasn't that great. So meeting other girls and going on residentials just gave me that extra confidence. And I just went on to do creative arts and things like that. I was the first person in my family to go on to university. So that got me to go to university down in London, come back, and then, get a job and everything else, get married. And my own daughters went to Getaway Girls and got involved as well. And that's given them massive confidence as well, and they've gone to university as well, and my other one's just on the way. So it's having those opportunities. I
say wonderful, but expensive in today's day and age, isn't it, to be honest?
yeah
I'm sure you're very proud.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I've lived that experience, and I want my daughter to experience that, and I want all the girls who live in Leeds to experience that. And if it's just touch base, that they're coming just for the fun activities, or they really need a longer term support in place.
So just from your experience, was there something that you when you went on one of these residentials, or was there a moment when you were doing something where you're like, oh my God, wow, this has been really good for me?
Yeah, probably the outdoor, because I've got a big family, and it's really tough in them times financially to take kids away. And I've never ever had the chance to go. We went to the Isle of Arran actually, off Scotland, and rock climbing, abseiling, amazing activities that I don't think, especially a woman from South Asian heritage, we just wouldn't get that opportunity. So that was a brilliant opportunity.
Were you able to do the abseiling, or were you like me? You just kind of like bounced your way down the wall? I actually
did it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
All power to you. Well done. Well done. You obviously had a better I'm going to blame it on my teacher. You had a better teacher than I did. So, how has Getaway Girls evolved over the years? You mentioned a lot of things, but just to kind of crystallise it, what are the primary activities that you say you're involved in?
Well, we've got a lot of funding from a lot of fantastic funders that fund our work, from working schools. We've got a programme called Safe Space, and that's really a 12-week structured programme in schools. So girls that have got low self-esteem, and it's really like looking at grooming and keeping safe on online internet. So we work on a very structure that's delivered by the staff, the youth workers at Getaway Girls. We've just finished a mentoring programme, so mentoring in schools. We work with local schools around Hare Hills and the Leeds area, and it's very much inspiring young girls to support making friendships. What's the next step in terms of going on to high school or education? So we've got the group support, and then we've got individual work as well. So we get referrals in from all areas in terms of schools, safeguarding, or other organisations, or they just see our poster and our publicity promotion and want their girls to come. So we've got wellbeing groups going on during the week for 18 to 25-year-olds. So if you're a young mum, and you've just had your baby, you want to meet like-minded other young mums, come along on a Monday. We have a group meeting there, and you're doing activities, talking about what it's like to be a mum for the first time, or it might be a second child. It's just meeting and having that dialogue and connection with other mums. We have yoga on during the week. We do cooking sessions, and we've just also got a warm space for young people to come and just catch up with other people their age and have lunch there as well at the same time. So we've got that, and we have also after school we have all the groups running. So we run girls groups from 8 to 11, and that's about confidence, raising self-esteem. Everything's around really about that confidence building and empowerment of young girls. And we've got the 13 to 16s group, we've got the 13 to 17s group, and then we've got the leadership program, which is going to start very shortly as well.
So many things going on. So you must be really, really busy over there, by the sounds of it. So how many girls does Getaway Girls support today?
It's quite a few, actually.
Give you exactly hundreds here?
Yeah,
we're talking tens,
hundreds. We do, hundreds. I think over the years it has been about, I think maybe 25,000 or more probably over the 35 years. But yes, we do have quite a few coming through on a weekly basis, and then we work with all the schools, so all the school work, and then of the holidays are coming at half-term holidays, and the girls come to those activities as well. So it's quite a few.
And what's the main way in which girls are introduced to the organisation? Is it they just walk in, or are they referred through other organisations? What's the main kind of avenue in which people kind of...
I suppose there's not one main. I think there's a lot of avenues come through, because we do get referrals from teachers, schools, organisations, even housing services called me the other day that they had someone come through for housing, but they knew she was between 18 and 25 and could have value from some coming to our service. And also because we work in schools as well, so we've got, we see the young people and we let the teachers know. So we've got a very good partnership working. We do a lot of the work around the violence on women in terms of violence reduction, in talking about that with young girls and women. So yes, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, great. So you've got this new base now in North Leeds. Something you've been working towards for quite some time. I'm getting the impression that you're very successful in terms of being able to secure funding. Perhaps because the nature of what you're dealing with is so fundable. But talk to us about your new base and the BBC Big Build.
Yes. It's Children Need was involved, and they identified that we've been getting funding for the last probably 12, 13 years from Children Need, and obviously looked at the work we do, and so we got picked to do this, get the Big Build. We filmed over 2022. It was 2000 summer of 22. We filmed the build, and it happened in September with Nick Knowles and his team. They were brilliant, and it was then revealed, I think it was Children Need Night of 2022, but it's just been brilliant. The reception that we've had from a lot of people that were involved at the time, it was absolutely beautiful to see that everyone just came forward and volunteered to build the building. I think it was 13 days in total to build this huge build, and it's fantastic.
They built a building in 13 days?
13 days, yes. 13 days. And
I thought they only did that in China.
Hundreds and hundreds of people volunteered.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It was absolutely fantastic. From carpenters to plumbers, everybody just came on board. It was absolutely amazing to see. So we've got this lovely building. It is in Seacroft. We would have obviously liked it, because we were in Hare Hills for 30 odd years. And the girls are still coming, that live here, but we've also got a new community getting involved down in Seacroft area because we're based there now as well. And we've got what we wanted is really lots of storage, because we've collected so many things, but we want a massive space, a group space, where all the girls will come and have this space to be creative, to sing. So we've got this a big group space. We've got a massive kitchen where, the girls like to cook, bake, they like to make things. They have, as soon as they come in, they have cheese toasties, something warm. It's like home from home, coming from school or wherever they've been, come to Getaway Girls to get on the activities and have a drink and something to eat. And then they do the activities with the youth workers. And so we've got all of that. We've got like I say, we work with young mums, so we always want to support young mums and have a creche on. So we've got a creche, a wonderful creche for the children to play in while the mums come and do activities or courses, things like that.
Such a great thing to have, isn't it?
It is. We've got to be supported for that, and also we've got a massive outside space. We've never had the outside space. That for me is a wow factor, because we were based in terrace houses, the Bayswaters in Hare Hills. So just to have that, it's got a bit of an area where we could actually sit and see performances. Because a lot of the girls do sing, they've got the creative talent. So in summer we go out there, they can play basketball, they can sing, they can have a bit of a dance, and also, gardening, some of the girls like horticulture and grow. So we didn't have the outside space. We have a media lab room, which is coming to life now, because the girls at the moment are doing DJing at the moment. There's that going on Sunday, and the piece of work's going to be presented, I think, towards... Great. International Women's Day, so hopefully, or half-term week, I think they're producing something. And they've got computer IT, so podcasting, they want to do magazine, produce their own animation. So there's lots of fun things that we've got planned for this year and to bring our 35-year celebration to life, really. But the building has made a massive difference in terms of our future growth and sustainable work in terms moving forward with the work. Yeah.
Right, great. And so you're also nominated, I've heard, on the grapevine. The grapevine of Fever Radio is basically Sophia. So, but she mentioned to me whispered into my ear that you've been nominated for a Yorkshire Business Women's Award for Equality and Diversity. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you go on to win that.
I hope so, because I think it's so important to to value the diversity. I think I always have this motto: if you can see, you can be. It's great to have role models represented. I always feel we work with a very diverse group of women and girls from all walks of life and different cultures, and it's really important to have a diverse workforce. And at Getaway Girls, we pride ourselves on that. You know, if you're working within a community that represents all the different communities, you need to have staff that represent that, and we do. And you know, and I think it really does matter. Everything needs to be embedded through the organisation in terms of equality and diversity, not just being sticking plaster. And that's what we do. Everything you mentioned is strength based, and that is at core. We put the girls at the centre of everything we do in terms of planning.
Just a little bit. What did you mean by strength based in your mission statement?
Well, it really means we listen to the needs of what the girls and women bring, and a lot of them bring lived experience, and it's really in terms of planning our services, developing programs. We will take that on board, and we will put the girls at the centre of everything we do. So it's really putting them at the forefront of how we develop our services for the future and how we run them at the moment. And it's about that, meeting their needs and working with them to have a voice and influence those decisions that are made.
Now you're based in Hare Hills, and also even Seacroft, which is probably the most diverse areas in Leeds, maybe in the UK potentially, maybe in Europe. We might even go as far to say. So and you're supporting over 100 girls. So just give us a bit of a flavour for the background of where these girls may be coming from, what kind of languages they might be speaking.
We've got a huge range. We've got girls from all diverse backgrounds that speak, and we've worked with Syrian girls, Romanian girls, Eritrean girls from South Asian communities, the Indian, the Pakistani, the Bangladeshi communities, the Afro-Caribbean communities. Huge range.
Right. Great. Lovely to have you come in to talk to us today, Alia. Absolute pleasure. It sounds like great work that you're doing. You sound like a great representative for all things Getaway Girls, and I do hope that you're successful in your award nomination as a finalist as it is at the moment. Do you have spaces at the moment? Is there if there's somebody in the area whose daughters may be interested, or somebody's listening and they'd be interested in coming down, how would it work? How would they engage with Getaway Girls? Yeah,
absolutely. We're always taking on new people, and there's always someone ringing up for their daughter to join. If you're interested, get onto the website. There's our number there, and just ring us and call us, have a chat, come down to the centre. There's always staff there if you want to have a look around and see, what activities and things we've got on, and it's all on the website as well. So absolutely, if you've got a girl or a young woman, 11 to 25, please get in touch, come down, absolutely. And we're the only women's organisation that work with that age group as well. So I just want to mention that, 11 to 25-year-olds. Yeah.
Great. And is there any cost attached to that or anything?
No, absolutely no cost to joining, to coming along, just to see what you think, joining the groups. We do offer bus tickets as well to girls who, obviously struggling to get there, and they get on the bus and they live, quite local in terms of Hare Hills to get down. So we do give out bus tickets to the girls.
Excellent.
To attend. So that's not a barrier for them to attend.
Lovely. Alia, Operations Manager from Getaway Girls, been an absolute pleasure to have you come in today. Do think of us again if you've got something going on that we can get out to our listeners. And once again, wishing you every success as you continue to grow and expand, and hopefully send the message from Getaway Girls far and wide.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for the space and the platform to speak about that.
My pleasure.